This man stole a car. Upon realizing there was a baby inside, he returned the baby, scolded the parents for leaving the car unattended with a baby inside, and proceeded to steal the car again. So AITA for stealing a car, returning the baby, and then stealing it again.
Yes, you're an asshole. You're stealing someone's car.
You think so? Okay.
Thanks.
I mean, there's a lot of assholes involved.
I mean, an everyone sucks here? They left a baby in a car.
The only person who's not the asshole is the baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is it always wrong to leave a baby in a car?
100%. 100%.
I'd like to defend that.
Okay.
First of all, I'm seeing out here on billboards and whatnot, don't leave a baby in a hot car. Mm-hmm. And then there's even a billboard now that's like 60 degrees is hotter than you think, which I don't know about that. Is that true?
Yes.
Go on. How is that possible?
Just don't leave your baby in the car.
No, that's not my question.
Okay, here we go. So if I have all 3 boys.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick up pizza.
Okay.
I pull up, say we're going to Domino's.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
The parking spot is directly in front of Domino's.
Yeah.
I'm running in there to just grab it.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So you will leave a baby in a car.
In that sscenario.
I feel like I will.
You're saying you'd leave 3 baby. You'd leave all the children in the car. You're going to get out.
Here's the thing. I put down all the windows. My 6-year-old's in charge. I run inside the door, grab the pizza, and come back.
For approximately...
I have my eyes on them the whole time.
30 seconds.
Less
than 10
30 seconds. I'm walking in.
You're very in shape.
And I'm very paranoid.
Okay.
So windows down. I'm like 15 feet away from them. I have my eyes on the whole time.
And you turn the car off, you take the keys.
Yeah. Important thing there is it's a 6-year-old. That's maybe different. But if I have a 2-year-old and it's only a 2-year-old,
yes.
I probably, even if it's just to run and get the pizza, I'm still taking the 2-year-old out. So
you won't do what Paul did with the 2-year-old because you don't have a 6-year-old chaperone.
Right.
That's true. If it was just me and the baby, I bring the baby with me.
You won't leave the baby there for just 15, 30 seconds? Why?
I can't.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of times I'll stop for gas and I want to go in and just get a drink. But I will always take her with me. I can't just have her sitting there at the pumps, you know.
Here's a question related to this. If you leave your baby in a car, let's not think about your babies. That's very personal. An individual such that he leaves a baby in a hot car. We all know that's very dangerous. But who's the bigger asshole? Someone who loses their baby to a hot car or someone who loses their baby to a cold car?
What?
That's such a weird
So let's think it through.
I mean,
hot
all
car,
bad.
Well, they're both bad, of course. Nobody wants to lose a baby to the threat of a car. But a hot car, that can happen so fast. You know, there's a guy recently who he forgot. He forgot.
All of this is really scary to me because once you're a parent, you don't realize how crazy your mind gets.
Yeah.
Because of course you want to call anybody who leaves their baby in the car an asshole. But at the same time, you might have just thought you dropped the baby off at school and the baby's still in the back and you forgot because your mind is gone.
That's what happens.
And that happens that happens to people all the time. So I feel like such empathy for these people because I don't think they willingly did it.
Yeah.
It was just like their mind forgot.
Well, you need a baby system, and I have an oven system. I really don't use my oven here, but when I had roommates, I left my oven on twice overnight, and my roommates really chewed me out for that. So I had to come up with a system.
And
the system I came up with was I got a baby. I'm just kidding. No.
I got a baby, rest in peace. And then I learned eventually.
No. What I would do is, you know, we had like a recycling bin. So I would always take like the biggest recycling, like cardboard box or whatever, and just put it in the middle of the kitchen, like in an insane spot where no one would put recycling. And so it was obvious, and I would leave that there until the oven was off. So there was a very obvious visual marker. I could not forget, and I couldn't just leave that there. That's crazy. And that worked. So if I were to leave a baby in a car, now not a hot car, that's absurd. I think what I would do is, this is my current best idea, I would put my arm in my shirt. Because you can't ignore that.
The looks that we're giving you right now.
You can't ignore
What if you
it.
forget to put your arm in your shirt?
What's that?
What if you forget to put your arm in your shirt?
Well,
So
no,
you
but
put-
that's
you put your
the
arm in your
system.
shirt.
I put my arm in my shirt, so now I only have one arm.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a process in my brain that's like, why do we only have one arm? Right, left the baby in the car. So if I was doing Paul's thing, which you said was fine, Nick, so don't try to double back. I would put one arm in, and then if they said, well, sir, you need two arms, I'd be like, well, this is a system I have, so I need to come up with a new system. But hopefully I'd be able to one arm the pizza. That way, there's no way to forget there's the babies in the hot car.
I don't know how to take this.
30 seconds, Paul said.
Less.
15
seconds.
15 seconds. 15 seconds to go all the way out to Domino's and back. Yeah, I guess I can see. You said the spot right in front.
It's the parking spot right in front. Yeah.
What if you went into the Domino's and then there was a line?
Oh, then I wait. I go back to the car.
You about face.
That's happened where I've had to wait long. There's like a person in front of me, so then I'll just go way back out in the car.
So then, you wait
go
for the
back to
line
the
to
car
clear,
with them.
or you bring the squad out
I'll wait in the car.
for the line to clear?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
and then because like maybe my pizza's not ready yet.
Oh, okay.
then I'll go
okay,
back in.
Interesting. So your policy is never, though. You don't have a situation.
Well, I'm in an interesting time now where Elena is 4. So an example would be when I take my dog Binks out for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Can I leave her alone watching a show and just take Binks out for 5 minutes? And I still have trouble with that. Like, can you leave a kid alone in the
A
house?
4-year-old.
A 4-year-old. It's also kind of tough to bring a 4-year-old and a dog out, but I'm still at the point where I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't leave her alone.
You got
ever.
surveillance?
Yeah, we got surveillance. I mean, we have got surveillance. I can lock the door, but just having her by
You can watch her.
herself. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have like a pabo is what it's called inside. We have the camera on the door. There's things that I can do, but I just can't do it.
I agree.
But you have 3 kids. You have a 6-year-old. Can you leave them in the house?
I only do it if I am. So if I'm gonna we're on the first floor, close to our lobby where the mail is.
Mm-hmm.
If they're watching TV, I'll go check the mail,
Okay.
and that's okay. But if it's just me and the boys home alone, and I get food delivered, and I have to go outside to get the food, I always bring the baby with me.
The baby.
But then let the 2 older boys keep watching their show.
How old is the second?
4.
So the 6 and the 4-year-old you can leave.
They're fine.
Okay.
So you mentioned a sense. Do you feel like there's or just like a running level of anxiety or what? Yeah. How does give me more optics into
I'm
that?
never not thinking about ways me and my family can die. It's always on my mind.
See, it's tough because when she's 4, she can open a door. She can be like, "Where'd Baba go?" And then she can
Oh my, that's
go and try
so
to find
stressful.
me,
That gives me so much anxiety.
that she can open a door.
They gain
That the
door
kids-
power.
they can open the door on their own.
Is that 4? Is 3 or 4 kind of when the
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
I mean, even now, the 1-year-old is reaching up to the door. He can't do the locks or anything, but the 4 and 6-year-old, they could just,
boom ingress
Bolt.
egress boom fucked.
stresses me out.
My parents used to tell this story where they tell it like it's a funny story. They're like, "Where's the baby?" And they saw that I was outside. It was there was snow on the ground. We're from Utah, and they think it was a funny story because I was outside as a baby in my diaper, and I was crying because my feet were cold. So I'd put up one foot, and then when that foot got cold, I'd put the other foot down.
Fucking genius.
And they tell it like it's a funny story, but in my mind, I'm like, why did you let me go outside in the snow as a baby? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be a generational thing. Like, I think that we probably are more helicopter parents than.
It could also be a time thing. You know? In 10 years from now, I'll look back on certain things the boys did. Be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So funny. Because at the time, you're like, oh, that was terrifying.
Interesting. Sounds like you're a smart baby, though. That was a good tactic. I was into that.
Yeah, really smart.
If you left a baby in a
Yeah.
cold car, you'd want them to have adaptive tactics like that.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Maybe a smarter baby would survive a hot or a cold car.
Losing a baby to a cold car is very shameful
Yeah.
compared to a hot car. I maintain that. I don't even hear about it. It's such a fuck up.
Yeah.
It's such a weird story for him to come back and then also take the car after he's done. He's like, you guys are bad. Anyway, I'm going to take your car again.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real, but there is a surveillance. The meme is well done. It has like a mugshot looking picture and then like a surveillance camera of him with what's that called? The car seat.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though.
You know,
If he didn't steal the car and a police officer found the baby, then the parents would be in jail. So this person who stole the car saved them from going to jail.
Or maybe they kept the baby in the car for a long time. And if he didn't steal the car, the baby would have been in the car.
yeah.
Maybe
Well,
he deserves that car now.
you know, so I
That was
actually
his payment.
was curious about the legality of this, and it's definitely a toss-up because leaving a baby in a car is child endangerment, and that is something called a wobbler. This is a term for something that could go misdemeanor or felony, and stealing a car is also a wobbler. And apparently a key fact,
Stealing a car could be a misdemeanor.
it can be.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, because
Good to know.
it's good to
All
know.
right.
A little bit of
How?
GTA. If it's GTA, I guess one of the distinctions is because joyriding's a thing. I don't know anybody who's done this, but like joyriding tends to be more misdemeanor. You're where you're really trying to keep the car, etc.
Okay. So you just jump in the car, drive around the block, put it
If you
back.
take the car from A to B, then that's a joyride. You know. Whereas if you park the car in your garage, you're trying to steal it. That's a Grand Theft Auto. That's looking like a felony, baby.
Okay.
All right.
AITA for stealing a car, returning the baby, then stealing again. I think we do ultimately say it's ESH. Stealing a car, not super chill.
Yep.